Well, hello, my lovelies. It's Murky Meg here. It's Friday, the 9th of December. This is the second video that I am responding to the Netflix Harry and Meghan documentary. I've popped a link in the top right-hand corner, which will take you to a playlist which will show you all the videos covering this Netflix series. I think as a first opener for this video, I think I am quite frankly in a status of sadness. It's really quite bothering me that these two were given everything. They were given titles, they were given patronages, they were given that huge expensive wedding that apparently they didn't want. They were given royal tours, they were given everything, they were given Frogmore. Everything that they wanted they received. But because they didn't get the press reaction that they expected and that the press bit back on their hypocritical actions, it's now an all-out war on the royal family, the press, and the UK as a whole. One of the things that really infuriated me was that they blamed Brexit. Now, Brexit is the term that everybody is now using for Harry and Meghan leaving the royal family. Brexit. Harry takes umbrage to this because he said it's just not about Meghan, it was about him too. But it's a play on words, Harry. Get used to it. But anyway, he says that Brexit was caused by Brexit. Now, in one of the episodes, Harry actually accuses Brexit for causing the division for him and his wife. I kid you not. Now, Brexit is when we, the United Kingdom, left and voted to leave the European Union. But they seriously blamed Brexit on Brexit and said that Meghan became a victim of population whipped up into a frenzy of racial and xenophobic hatred generated by Brexit campaign. It's utterly ludicrous to even suggest that. There are always pockets in society that are bad. Yes, they brought out those horrible pockets of society and gave them the strength to just pop their head above the surface. But believe you me, a normal English person would not agree with those ideologist statements about the racial and xenophobic hatred in this country. We are an extremely multicultural country. And the fact that they have blamed Brexit on Brexit is quite honestly laughable. Meghan herself posted anti-Brexit stuff on her Instagram before she had to hand it back or close it down and join the royal family. That was her choice. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. This labelling it as an indicator for Brexit is beyond the pale. It's reaching massively so. And the fact that she posted on her Instagram before she had to shut it down shows that Brexit was a discussion a long time before she ever came on the scenes with regards to the royal family. It has nothing to do with Brexit. But what Harry and Meghan suggest is that this push for Brexit is what stirred up hatred towards them and the press. The press have been labelled as racist bullies. They have squarely pointed the finger at the British media, which is ironic seeing that given that quite a lot of the headlines that they themselves have put into Netflix aren't even from the UK. But to blame Brexit on Brexit is just ludicrous. It is very, very clear the biggest attack in all of these 3 episodes are towards the British media. And by the British media, Harry and Meghan call they. They use they a lot. Now, I assume it's the British media that they are talking about they. It could be the royal family, but I suspect not. Their vitriol towards the British press and how they were treated is palpable. It's not just palpable, it screams. Like I said, quite a lot of the headlines that they used in their documentary were not from the UK. But the world, and the UK, which is included in the world, was extremely proud when Harry announced he was marrying Meghan. The run up to their wedding, the whole nation was excited. It celebrated. They had huge positive press coverage. Now, they bring up the article where it says straight out of Compton. I found this article when I first read it all those years ago extremely damaging. I didn't agree with it. I thought they had made a leap, a very, very wide leap, because she doesn't live in Compton. She's never lived in Compton, and I understand that. But predominantly, The press coverage for Harry and Meghan prior to them getting married was extremely positive. Kate went through years of bad publicity, Waity Katie, which was horrendous. It was put on the side of a bus, for goodness sake. But Harry himself says that he was told that this is just something that the women in the royal family who marry into the royal family have to go through. And isn't it what every celebrity/royalty goes through? The paparazzi, for example, being chased. I'm sure that most well-known Hollywood celebrities that court the media. This is exactly the difference. There are celebrities out there that live a quiet, peaceful life because they know they don't play the game, and the press leave them alone. The paps leave them alone because they're not playing that game. They don't court the media. Harry and Meghan court the media. They play with the media. Bit like how Diana did too. All celebrities get papped. It's part and parcel of it. They think they're going to be any different. Camilla went through years of bad publicity. Sophie, to a degree, did too. But Kate especially had years and years and years of being hounded. But Harry says that he was told to just suck it up. It's just what happens. Things will get better. But Harry said that this is different because the element of race is included. So I ask you the question, does that matter? Does it matter that Meghan is a biracial woman, so therefore she should have been treated differently to everyone before her? Should her race have made a difference in the way the palace dealt with some of the media? I say some of the media because, like I keep saying, running up to their wedding was very, very positive. It was only after stories started coming to the press about their behaviour with staff, with other members of the royal family, on outings, the shadiness with regards to Archie's birth, the pregnancy. That is when the media started to be critical. Everybody has a right to say what they want to say. She wasn't vilified because of her race. She was vilified because of her character. I've said this so many times on this channel. I was so happy when Harry announced that he was marrying Meghan Markle because I finally thought, at last, he's found the one. He's happy. But it was afterwards, after their wedding, and the hypocriticalness of their actions and what they preach that turned the media against them. They're not immune to negative coverage. You can't do and say as you please without getting pushed back. But what it seems to be is that Harry and Meghan expect never to be challenged. They didn't like being challenged, so they left. What has angered me even more is the way that they have called the Commonwealth, not they themselves, but the programme, and therefore they associate with what has been said, that calls the Commonwealth his grandmother's legacy, the proudest thing, the British Empire 2.0. It is essentially a propaganda piece for the Republican movement that wants to abolish the monarchy. Just think about that for a minute. They had experts, so-called experts, in the third episode that teach us about the British Empire, and they call the Commonwealth the British Empire 2.0. And it is extremely anti-monarchy. Is that not traitorous? He's a British prince. The Duke and Duchess, they're hold so tightly to their titles. Yet their show that has their name on it is calling the Commonwealth, and please remember that Harry and Meghan were themselves held positions as president and vice presidents of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. They are calling the Commonwealth the British Empire 2.0. It is a direct attack on the Queen's proudest legacy. And while Harry and Meghan do not comment themselves on the Commonwealth, the people who are in the TV show do. And this is a TV show that has Harry and Meghan's name on it. So therefore, ultimately, the buck stops with them. This TV programme is produced by Archwell, their production company. So I would love to know your thoughts on all of this. Have you watched it? Have you seen the direct attacks? Because we obviously know now that they're gunning for the press, they're gunning for the royal family, and they are gunning for the Commonwealth. What is their end game? Do they really want to have the monarchy fall on its knees? Never trust a narcissist scorned, because there will be fire, earth and brimstone. As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.